this is my very first What's in the Box video. And so you're going to have to be forgiving of me. As you can see, I'm in my custom studio here, and I've got it all set up. At any rate, what I've got here is the Zvezda M4A2 Sherman. This is a new M4A2 kit out on the market, new tool. Thought that I would go through it. I'm very briefly going to discuss something, although this is about the kit and not the delivery. But here's what I did. I couldn't wait until a US distributor had it. I just decided I had to have this. So I was on Fleabay and I messaged an individual who was in Russia, and I said, does this come in a box? And he said, yes, it comes in a box. I'm thinking about a box that goes around the kit. Is that how it delivered? No. It came in a big plastic envelope, a flexible Tyvek type envelope. And that's important. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because when you look at this, here's what happened. It came in, see that? Can you see that damage right there? And I don't know if you can hear the different parts scooting around in this, sliding around, that have been broken off of trees as it came through in shipment. So just bear that in mind if that's the way you're thinking, oh, I just can't wait to do this. I mean, the fact is, I'll do well to get to this before the first of the year, but if you're one of those people that actually builds it at a pretty decent rate, keep that in mind. At any rate, this is their new kit. Now, as you can see, I'm going to try to not get the reflection off of it. This is basically a sleeve, and the sleeve is really well done. I mean, the artwork is just great, as you can see. You can also tell, look at that, they even have Keanu Reeves on there. Because I know when you think of John Wick, you think of a Sherman tank. But, so I'm not real sure why that's on there, but you are breathtaking, according to Zvezda. At any rate, as you can see, here you have some different languages telling you a little bit about the kit. You have your general info on the ends, suggested other products. It's kind of like being a little kid when most of us were little kids looking at cereal boxes on a Saturday morning. And then the back. The back, as you can see, has some very good artwork. You can see they even weathered it just a touch. And it shows you some of the decals or decals, depending upon where you're from, in there. Now, this comes in, let's see if I got this right. Yeah, I did. This comes in a sleeve. It's not that I'm on any wanted posters. I'm just trying to not show my ugly mug on here. At any rate, this is the sturdy cardboard box. And as you can see, I'm just going to drop that. This is the box, and actually it is sturdy. Well, most of it. But it is pretty sturdy, especially on those two edges. It flips up, and here's where it opens. Come on. So, as you can see, it has the instructions. Let me just tell you, the instructions are great. You see, it even comes with a color card here showing some of the decals and different options for it. Okay? The instructions, though, as I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, are really well done. I mean, they are light years ahead of the early 2000s kit that I built, or maybe mid-2000s kit that I built of an SU-100 from Zvezda some years ago. The kit came out well, but oh my goodness, it was tough, and the hieroglyphics that represented instructions were terrible. These, by comparison, are quite good. Now, one of the things that I wanted to really go over, because I think it's going to become, this is going to be something I think a lot of modelers would want to know, is the amount of hull texturing on the kit. As you can see, this kit, there's very little flash. I'm just going to real quickly kind of wave this just fast enough to where you can't see it properly, I guess. And at any rate, as you can see, it's a new tool. I mean, there's no flash. It's really crisply molded. You have excellent detail in there. I mean, that's really good stuff, especially in comparison to the Zvezda kit that I built before. However, one thing is that I think the hull on this is very comparable to an Academy or Tamiya kit. And the reason I say that is because there's not a heavy texturing like you would see, say, on a Ming or something like that. But it's otherwise a very good kit. It does not have a bathtub style hull. That's obviously the underside. Here we have the turret and most of the turret parts. You can see again, there is some texturing on there, but it's really light. I think what I'm ultimately going to do with this is use some of the videos that I see on YouTube. There's a guy named Night Shift. He does a really good job of showing you how to texture this, and I think I'm going to apply those textures to it. Again, that's those two. Real quickly, I'm going to walk through these. I made a previous attempt on a video. It wasn't quite very good, quite frankly, because it lacked the real kit itself. And here again, see, here's your side plate. So again, you have to build up the lower hull. But it looks like it should build up pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So right here, again, there's your attachment points for the suspension look pretty good. Here's a suspension bit. And again, it doesn't look to be too overly complex. Now, one thing that's worth noting, this is the cleat style as opposed to the chevron style tracks. No, I'm not a Sherman expert, so I don't know if it's a T yada yada model number of the track, but this is the type of track you would see in the Lend-Lease, which of course, you know, it's a Russian kit, Russian Federation. Why wouldn't it be like this? Now, I intend to do this as a Pacific model, so you're going to have to come up with a different set of tracks, but that's a very minor issue. And as you can see, there's basically two of those, which, you know, here's what happened in shipping there. Here's the transmission cover that's laying loose from shipping. Again, you know, damage in shipping. But you can see that it's well done. The plastic is a little bit shiny, but that's okay. It all mats down. Got a wheel and a couple other pieces missing, laying there. And then you just basically have these other suspension components. Here you have on one side you have the clear parts. And then here's your decals or decals, depending upon which side of the pond you're from. That all looks to be Russian related. So again, you're going to have to, if you want to do something U.S. and Pacific like me, because that's me, I had an uncle that fought in the Pacific and really would like to do something like that. You're going to have to come up with your own set of decals and your own tracks. But otherwise, it looks to be a good kit. I mean, there's enough flash on the one that I mentioned before on the old kit to shave with. So by comparison, this is really, really good stuff. I mean, look, I'm going to give it one last look here as we end this out. Check that out. I mean, that's really good stuff. So in closing, it looks to be a good kit. You'll see my abysmally slow build of this starting towards the end of the year. Thank you very much for watching, and y'all have a great day.